Hi guys, welcome back to the video, and today we are going to make two different types of cars with the Minecraft Create mod. Let's get right into it. So first, let's collect our blocks. I'm going to show you the engine design that I'm going to be using before anything else. So this first one is really simple and is possibly the one that you will most likely use. Forgive my ignorance of placement of blocks and things in the menus and what I'm going to use. Right, you're going to want either a compact or low-grade fuel engine from the Factory Must Grow, then a steel cogwheel, steel pipe, and steel mechanical pump again from Create the Factory Must Grow. Then let's head over to the basic Create mod and grab a creative fuel tank before using either gasoline or kerosene, I believe. Kerosene. For either the compact or low-grade fuel engine separately. Alrighty. So we're going to place the engine of your choice facing you before placing a steel cogwheel on it, placing a mechanical pump facing towards the engine, a steel pipe between the engine and the pump, and a fluid tank, creative if you're in creative mode. Otherwise it could be a normal copper one, a steel one, and you can even add a small thing on it if you're in survival mode. And then you would place a fluid drain right here in order to put fuel into a normal fluid tank. But now, after we've done this, we're going to place a shaft or some other block with a connection to a shaft there. Grab some heavy machinery casing and encase this cog. Alright. Make sure that the shafts are connected so that the cog doesn't become blocked off here. The reason why we want to encase the cog is so that we can turn and place a lever on it in order to turn on the engine. Sorry. So we then want to empower it with like a creative motor or something else. Wait for a minute. And now when we start that, that isn't good. Oh! Silly me. Guess who forgot to place the fuel in? Low-grade fuel engines run on creosote. Yep. Make sure not to do that. Some of it should be pumped in. There we go. Make sure to place the fuel in next time. That was my fault, sorry. And now, hand cranks will work too if you're in survival mode. It doesn't need much pumped in, but enough to get the engine running. Alrighty. So this is the engine type we're going to be using for the first car design. Let's finish that up right now. We're going to want to go over to create connected if you have it, and grab an inverted clutch. a gear shift, gearboxes, shaft, and if you want to make it look pretty and fill in any gaps, and a side casing. Inverted gear shift. Shaft. Inverted gear shift, inverted clutch, gear shift, gearboxes. Now you're going to want to check this lever. So this side is going backwards. Then we'll want to place the gearbox on the other side. Now each of these is going forwards. Might as well fill in the rest here. Turn that off. And now head over to Eureka or any other physics entity creating mod of your choice and assemble the ship. I have an engine that's... Sorry, song got stuck in my head. You may have to replace the inverted gear shift. Now we're going to have to go into track work and grab either simple wheels or medium simple wheels. Now we grab a lever, turn off the inverted gear shift, and you just went forward a little. Alrighty. Now, you could technically run this all with a few levers, I believe. Yep. Now, since this encased shaft isn't counted as a full block, I need to check something. That doesn't count as full block either. We could also just go to create connected again and grab brass gearbox. Now, this should still run correctly. And hopefully, yep, alrighty. Now, instead of an encased shaft, if you want to have all of the controls on the same level, you'll want to replace this with a brass gearbox and then flip the output side. Now, as you can see with a few levers, we can go this way, that way, backwards. And all around, really. That isn't what you were here for. Let's take all of this out and get to programming. So, my personal favorite way to program things is using lime anything for forward, red anything for back, and then since my personal favorite color is blue, that's always right, and second is black, so that's always left. Maybe unconventional, but hey, it's what I do. Then we're going to want to grab 4 redstone links, a wrench, and a linked controller, and then, just for seeing in the future, a red seat, or any seat of your choice, and a lectern. Place redstone links on here, and here, aka on the inverted gear shift, not gear shift, clutch, inverted clutch, gear shift, and then the left and right block that transmits power to the wheels. And on the below side, you're also going to want to place another one here on below on the gear shift. So, the one below on the gear shift is set to line or forward. The one on the clutch is also set to forward. Gear shift is set to back. And then your choice for left, your choice for right. So let's just place the lectern red seat down. And program up the link controller. Test, and that's a problem there. I did a little bit of an oopsie daisy. You're going to want to have the clutch on the bottom, the inverted clutch, have the red signal, so that even when it's going backwards, it'll always be active. Sorry about that. Now we test forward, backward, left, right. Now, I used the compact engine here, but again, you could switch that out for a low-grade fuel engine. Finally, we put the link controller on the lectern, and that is car number 1 done. Alrighty. The next one I'm going to show you how to build is using a slightly bigger engine. So you can use LPG, turbine, or gasoline. For this example, gasoline and so the compact and the gasoline engine run on the same fuel, but we're going to be using gasoline as well. So then you'll need, again, mechanical pumps, pipes, and we can just pick block from over here. Now, we go over here, and now we're actually also, can't forget, you have to have one copper casing and a fluid pipe. So, for larger engines, fuel goes into the front part, and exhaust comes out of the back. So we're going to encase a pipe. So we're going to place a pump on either side, one facing towards the engine, one towards where you're going to place the engine, one facing away from it. And the one on where you're facing away, you want to break the front part of the engine, put a copper pipe, encase it, and then you can replace the front of the engine. We're also going to want to place a pipe on the other side, going into the engine, into the first part of the engine. Then, place the back part, place a pipe going into it from the outspout over here. Create a fluid tank. Same thing we did before with the machine casing and the lever. And then over here, we're also going to want an exhaust, because bigger engines require an exhaust, of course. And now Create Connected offers a wonderful crank wheel. So we're just going to want to place that here. Pump in a little bit. that. If it doesn't start working, you're going to want to put on your goggles and see, hey, what's going on? And what's going on is that I did not put any fuel in the engine again. Woo. I mean, in the tank again. Alright, try this again. And that's because I was spinning it the wrong way. And I pressed control instead of shift. Bam! And now that's the second engine design. You just plop it onto the same kind of build as before, and you have a different engine ran car. You could power the back wheels instead of the front having the engine in the front. But you would have to have this be an encased pipe, and this would also have to be a full block. So that design wouldn't work for a front-facing engine. But yeah, 2 engine designs for your next car. I hope you learned something today in the Minecraft Create mod. Have a nice day.